This is the first flight of the day.
First flight. Avanti.
It's an Avanti jet. Ducted electric fan. He's off. Gear up. Woo! Coming by for a pass. Ah, very nice. Here comes Gene's Avanti for a slow pass. Very good. Gene's on the downwind. Turning base. Short final. Floating it in. Got flaps on. Got half flaps. Ooh, that thing floats very nicely. Oh, come on. Another pilot's off. Famous F4 Phantom jet. Looks pretty cool. We got the F4 Phantom on its takeoff roll. Powering up. Going to burners. Gears up. Ooh, it's coming by for a low pass, I think. Right down runway 8. F4 Phantom is on short final. Gear is down and locked. The wheels off. Very nice. Very nice landing. Okay, what have you guys flown today?
Sitting on it.
You're flying the bench. All right. John is warming up his decathlon. Decathlon. How many years you been flying, Don?
That's about the middle 60s.
Uh-huh.
Seriously. Actually, since the middle 40s, but that was just little cheapo control line stuff. Serious radio control about middle 60s.
Don's turning base in his decathlon, coming in on runway 26. Short final, lining up on the center line. Oh, can be in the dirt. A touch and go. Don is short final again on his second approach. A little bit more this way. There you go. Now you're fine. Ah, very good. A successful landing. Good flight.
Hi, folks.
The Breitling.
The Breitling, yes. This is the Sequoia.
Did you bring the Breitling girls with you?
They're in here.
Oh,
We can't have
yeah, underneath, between his legs, huh? Uh-huh.
Powered by a 61 OS 2-stroke.
There you go.
It's a pretty fast plane, kind of a flying brick here, but also brought here today. I have the wing in the van, and this is the Falcon 56 right here.
There we go.
And this is a bullet point here. This is pretty fast.
Fast
There's
with
dust
the
on it.
sucker. Yeah.
I'm gonna get it running today, hopefully.
Taxiing out a Tiger 2. He's on the center line, taking off on 2-6. Pedal to the metal. Don Morse is F-22 Raptor. Tom Reinbold's flying his Marine RB4.
Marine RB4. Tom's gonna make a low pass today with me.
Gonna make a low pass.
I didn't say high speed. So
Okay.
yeah. But that wasn't very low.
That's okay. That's low enough. Looks like you got more aileron than you need.
Yeah. Landing.
One more power. Power.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're good.
Now back it off.
You're
Yeah.
making a pass.
Oh.
Too much power. You gotta get slowed down. That thing's slippery. You think it'd have flaps. Gotta get it slowed down. Not too much though.
More power. Yeah, keep your power on until you're all the way through your turn.
Yeah.
George is flying it now.
Yeah. Never mind.
You got lots of wind to land into, so you can put the nose down. Looking good.
Wow, this ain't no one from that way.
You got lots of runway. Ah, very good, George. Very good. Very good. All right, it's successful. Tom knows what he needs to do. The Marine RB4 is safely back on terra firma.
Yay!
Thanks to George.
We got it.
This is an interview with Bob Pettin and Tom Reinbold. Tom is the original owner of this super stinker, and it's had a long history. And Bob built it, so Did you do a good job, Bob?
He did a wonderful job. It's been around for over 10 years, but it's never been flown.
Never been flown.
It's never been in the air.
Boy, they last so long.
That's right. Yeah.
This one's gonna
Yeah.
fly today.
Anyway, you're about the third owner. I got it hung up in my garage for 10 years and collected a lot of dust. And I gave it to fellow up in Glenn. I gave it to Glenn up in Reno, and he was going to put an electric motor in it, but decided not to. So my understanding is he gave it to you to do something with. So you tell us what you did with it.
Well, we put in new servos. It has a total of 8 servos on it, all Futaba, and we have an OS 120 engine with a 16/8 prop. Should pull it around the pattern. We'll see how it works.
Yep.
About the same size as the Stearman that I crashed last week.
You didn't have to mention that.
Well, thanks, guys.
It's that last one flight for the day is the one that does it.
There you go.
Are you going to fly it today at the rollout party?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm glad that Bob's here because he's been waiting 10 years to see this thing fly.
There you go.
Well, thank you, Phil, for helping me retrieve my errant airplane. All right.
We had an in-flight incident, actually a whole number of them, in flying the Pitt Super Stinker. A number of things came apart. 2 ailerons fell off in flight. The engine failed to shut down. The servo apparently came loose. And at full power, we flew around the pattern as parts started flying off. Apparently, the pins in the ailerons were not bent downward to hold them in place, and so they just came loose and came off. I lost both left ailerons in flight. I was flying the aircraft with right aileron and rudder only at full power. Nearly lost it once about a mile away, came back, flew around, finally set it down out in a crosswind dirt runway that's west of the field. This is the post-flight interview for the Super Stinker. It was its maiden flight, and it flew, but a lot of parts came flying off that aircraft.
They
So I was
certainly
going to
did.
ask the prior owner
Well,
what happened.
well, what happened is you cleared out the flight line except for 3 very brave people that stood out there at the table. Everybody else was underneath the shade. And
That was good thinking.
That was the most excitement we've had at the Pony Express Model Air Park in all my years of coming out here. That was probably the most exciting. And you hung in there. You hung in there until the very last. And it was 10 years old, and now it's 10 years and 1 day old.
There you go. It will fly again.
And tell us about why the throttle stuck. Is that?
Well, that was the first problem we had, was the throttle stuck.
All right.
Then I noticed something flashing in the wind on one wing side, and that happened to have been the left lower elevator, or aileron, which departed the aircraft finally, and then the top one on the left side also departed the aircraft. So I only had ailerons on the right side, so I had to hold in full right aileron to keep it level, and then I had to steer it with the rudder.
Yeah.
And deal with the fact that I was at full power and I couldn't land.
Yep. Yeah, we was watching you out there. You was working. There's no doubt about it. You was working to try to get that thing back on the ground, but you didn't have no power. You couldn't shut it down. And guys over underneath the shade said, "Well, he should have put it in." I said, "Well, there's no reason to put it in if he's got control of it."
Yeah, a little bit of control.
Anyway, they was pulling for you to put it in.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
You got guests here today, huh?
Yes, we got my student pilot right up there.
With a broken leg.
Yeah, with a broken leg.
Oh, bummer.
I don't see how you can break a leg flying down here.
We have two Avantis. On the takeoff roll, Avanti number 1, Avanti number 2. And both off, gears up. Avanti number 1's on base, turning final. The second one is on base. Short final for Avanti number 2. Very good.
This will be the red, white, and blue Yak Fugly's second maiden flight with a gear forward. We'll see if she handles better on the ground. Well, we landed short. It was a little squirrely landing. Gotta have more power on and more down elevator. She's very squirrely at low power.